in Tesla.
Oh,
Owner's
nice.
excited.
Well, good morning, everybody. We are live. It's the great Mattsby Tesla Tracker here. And how's it going, Tracker?
I'm doing great. It's a lovely Tuesday morning. I'm excited. Tonight we're gonna have a special guest star. Not only are we doing the Triumvirate show tonight, but we've got a special guest star. Real Blonde Broker is coming back for another guest appearance. So that'll be super exciting. She does these amazing butterfly. What's the word for them? The kind of chart projections that she does. Harmonics. She does harmonics. Another kind of technical trading, technical patterns, and she's really good at them. She's like, if you want day trading, she is the person that you want to follow in day trading. She's just on it all the time, every day, all the time, every trading day. So yeah. How about you, Matt? How are you doing today?
Fantastic. Woke up early looking at charts. Things look good. Good news with
Yeah.
Oscar and Hims out there, too. So
Oh yeah.
good developments. Yeah, Hims is going global. They are acquiring more businesses out there. So
Oh, cool. Well, that'll cost them a little money, but that would be fantastic for them.
yeah, it's
Take a
gapping
look.
up pre-market. The investors like it. So
All right. I was expecting a little bit lower. It barely It didn't even graze my buy box. Came
nope.
within like $1. Yeah, I see it riding on top of the. Okay, well, go ahead and do that. We'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk about Hims in a bit. So, but basically with the SPY guys, nothing really is changing pre-market. It was down a little bit further in the red this morning, but it has reclaimed a lot of the negative price action. But when you look at day over day over day over day over the past like couple of weeks, really nothing has changed on this chart. It's still maintaining support. It's still not going higher. It's just range bound. So we're going to just look at basically the 595 down to the 585 range. See if the 585 can continue to hold. And if it can, then we'll see price continue to try to break this 595 resistance and go higher. So still no change, just range bound at the moment. QQQ, same situation for the past couple of weeks. It's been basically in the same range as well. There is still that big gap down there, but I think everybody knows about it. It's really obvious, so perhaps it will not get closed, and it might have the opportunity to go back towards all-time highs and even the 1.618 fib above at the 548. So good developments here. It's right in the daily conversion line at 516, so that's kind of your daily support right now for the potential to continue to go higher. IWM, this is also recovered quite nicely pre-market. It is now green, and it's still holding the 205.11 nicely as a support. But again, this is your 100-day moving average, the blue line right there, which is 207.98. And I think, where is it? Or 207.98. And if that does break, then I think it is going to go higher to the 213, 214, 215 zone. But right now it's just kind of stuck and trapped in a range. So we'll see if this can continue to consolidate here around the 205 and then break above that 100-day moving average. So can't really get any more bullish momentum until that breaks. So that's what I'll be watching the most for the IWM. And Bitcoin, going back to my weekly chart, it's still there, right? We can see it's still there, riding that green level of my GAN as a support. And this is keep on wicking below, but it's maintaining that zone. So Bitcoin looks great, right? It's just building a nice little foundation inside of a little wedge formation where your arc up here is the 110, 111 zone as resistance, and the support is right here around current price. So good developments for Bitcoin. I think maybe just a little bit more consolidation before it's ready to continue the journey higher. So good developments with all markets. Nothing really looks bearish out there except for the VIX.
That's right, which is the good one. I guess I'll take that as a cue to show my VIX chart. Oh yeah, look at this. So yesterday we higher. Today we're down lower here. These are 1 hour candlesticks, and we're almost as low as Monday or at the close. And so this one will keep going down. Let's see if we can challenge this previous lower level on the 29th, about 1813. You know, I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out something. All the higher time frames keeps suggesting lower time frames. They can only project so much on the Ichimoku cloud. But yeah, let's just I should probably put a fib on this some point. I'll do that. Um, let me show you my HIMS chart real quick while I'm thinking about it, and then I'll do Tesla. I'm doing everything out of order here. So I really was expecting probably to pull back. It went to almost the 764. It really should come back to the 382 for support. And let's see. I was just looking at this. Flip it. So as far as the previous retracement from this 2254 low to its previous all-time high at 72.98, we're kind of it just went to not quite the 618, this 618 right here. Never reached the 5025. It kind of got halfway to it, and now it's a little higher again. And then as far as the retracement from the 2254 bottom to the 6664 high we just had, it went to, now we're back into 886. I'm gonna flip this back around. Um, so as long as it still stays under the 11.4, if it goes to 6161, if that becomes resistance, it could still drop it down here to this 50 at 44.59 was kind of what was looking for. Looking for some 50.25 and then the 382 here, 45.27. That's what I've got. 45.27 for my 382 here and 50.32. Well, I guess I moved it or something. Anyway, 50.25 is what it should say. So yeah, I mean, this could still be news that pumps it up and then it drops. So be careful. I wouldn't chase it. I would wait for. I mean, me personally, I'll wait for a confirmed breakout to see if it gets over 66.64 or just this 886 here at 66.20, and then it'll have to back. Then I'll have to. I'm still gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and see if this doesn't drop back into this zone here. So I'm gonna put an alert right here at the 11.4, and we'll see if it goes higher or drop.
Well, I posted a chart.
Or
I
again.
posted a chart this morning about HIMS tracker. You want to see it?
Yeah, show me.
Yeah. See, here's my HIMS chart, and it basically was consolidating around the arc
Oh,
the whole time, and so I think
mm,
it's going to go higher. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it really wants to go back down anymore to go into the 46 or not. I think if it can just build a base on top of this arc, it's just going to keep going higher. And when you put on the fibs from the previous cycle here, we can see that it still is the $64 is still a massive resistance. So I'm not convinced it wants to break out just yet. But I think the possibility of just stabilizing in this zone, the $56 zone, is possible, right? So, well, what I'm watching the most though is the $64. If it can't break above, then we might get your back test of the 46, just because HIMS is volatile, right? But if it can actually break above the 64 sooner than later, then perhaps it's not going to look back. So that's what I'm really focusing on for the higher time frame with HIMS.
well, that's cool. Just for reference,
Mhm.
if it went all the way to my $45.27 support for my 382, then the benefit you would get would be 130% higher to the 1382. If I'm wrong and I end up waiting for it to break previous high, 53% left from the 764 to the 1382. There you go. Either way you slice it, if you buy now, you'll end up winning. It's just a matter of will it go down or go up for? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And HIMS is
Tesla.
super
That was the first
volatile. So
request we had today. Uh,
go ahead.
it likes to really bouncing all over the place. Tesla. I'm going to show this chart every day now, just to keep everything in balance in mind. It's either the purple path or the black path. Either 509 or 578 is next. Because it's doing so much fighting around the 362 level here, I'm kind of inclined to think that we're doing the purple path. And then closer up here now, we're still just sort of stuck in this mess. I had this idea that maybe we're could be megaphoning or could be doing a broadening formation where it's stuck in a range. but then it starts to get higher and then lower and then higher and lower. So let's see if we get that. That would certainly take everyone for a crazy ride. It did go. I was and actually went lower than 340. That low was 333.33. So I went to 333.33. So let's see if it goes back above this 382. If it goes back over 362, maybe 375. I don't know. It's broadening formations are weird. They don't happen a lot, but this is the kind of teetery tottery action that you might expect to show up in when the bulls and the bears are just nail and only through exhaustion does the other one win until the other one gets exhausted and it goes back the other way. It's a push me, pull me. So it's crazy. I'm the strategy I'm using right now is not shares. I'm actually in TSLL, which moves twice what Tesla does, and I've got I'm doing a diagonal. What do you call it? I'm doing a strangle. I'm buying longer dated calls and shorter dated puts, and then just letting those work against each other, and see if I can squeeze out some profits that way. Anyway, that's it. That's my Tesla.
I got a Tesla chart.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so my Tesla, everything is resistance still. Nothing pre-market really matters to me right now because I'm watching a couple of things, and the 786 on linear scale is 347, and we have the orange level of my GAN 358. So as long as it stays under this zone, it's all going to be resistance to me. And basically, we can see the 702 is going to be support below if this cannot break. So I'm still watching that 321, maybe even a gap fill too, if it cannot break above. But if it can reclaim it this week, then we can talk something different. But if not, then the destination could still be a little bit south. And I do see a question is, do you use fib levels on regular or log, linear or log? It just depends, basically. On higher time frames, usually I use log scale, but oftentimes, like in this chart, this is linear, basically because I like to just get the perspective. I use both, right? I use both, but on very exponential charts, log scale is a lot better. But usually on linear scale, you get some confluence as well. So the simple answer is just use both. Compare and contrast. That's it. Compare and contrast.
I tend to work only in linear scale just because I get really precise targets out of it. I mean, it's just how I've been doing it forever.
Yeah, and my 4-hour charts that I do, I always use linear scale. I never on the lower time frames, never log because nothing is really exponential on lower time frames.
Yeah, Matt can do these charts that will predict for like years and years. My charts just like predict like this year or less
All
for the
right,
most
let's
part.
continue on.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, I see a request for total 2 and total 3. So I'll just do an update of that for crypto. So first, let's just take a look at total chart. And the total chart, it's still right in my angle here as kind of like a support zone. It did kind of wick below it, but still maintaining that zone. So I think if this can continue, we can get all-time highs for total. And with total 2, it's kind of a similar situation when I look at the Ichimoku and the SMAs that it's trying to break out, right? It's trying to break out, but it's kind of stuck under the weekly cloud and the weekly baseline here. But it flipped the 50-week moving average to a support already. So in total 2 is looking good. And then total 3, I do have a GAN for this one. Didn't have a GAN ready for a total 2, but it's really stuck underneath the GAN level right now. But it maintained the market symmetry of the angle perfectly. So everything in crypto is there's still a little bit of resistance above, right? Still a tiny bit of resistance above. And once that breaks, I think it's going to be ready to go. But we're not there yet. So I am optimistic, but still a little bit cautious because we could get rejected and get some liquidity below still. So the total crypto market is looking fabulous, but it's not looking ready to break out just yet. Tracker.
All right, I got some breaking news on Joby Aviation. There was a request for it, and one of my subscribers was saying, "Yeah, there's some news and it's moving." So this is like they've got a little air car taxi. The news is that order a bunch of their planes to, shuttle rich people around in Saudi Arabia. So, um, yeah, some deal that could be like 200 planes and $1 billion and blah, 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 blah. So Joby, pushing this candle up here. I was in it and I thought maybe it would start to go up from, oh, I know what it was. I was wondering if it was gonna go to the 764 or not, and then I kept trading in and out, trading in and out, and, no, it never went to 764, it was done, and it dropped back down now, but it stopped at the 382, which is what it would have done had it hit the 764. I guess the 764 was getting front run and sold off too fast, but now it's bouncing back, so, gosh, does that mean it's actually going to the 1382? Maybe it's actually going to the 1382, now that I say all that out loud. So anyway, Joby Aviation from where price is right now, and I bought it at $8.06, and I buy it for $8.20 in pre-market. My next target looks like it's 1348 for the 1382. That's 65% higher than where price is right now. Watch out for the turns around $11.11 and 964. There you go, Joby Aviation. Uh, Let's see. Oh, the whole thing after the one that would come back to support of the 100 fib at 1111, which was forecast as support by being resistance here and foreshadowed, I should say. And this will go to the 2382. So the wave 5, and it could melt up from there, but the 2382 is always a good place to take profit. 138% higher from where price is now to the top of wave 5. All right, there you go. Joby Aviation. Um, it's time to get in for the best part of the third wave now. The third of the third. USB, real quick.
I got a.
I like making sound effects.
Okay, go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead. You do your thing.
No, I was gonna do WGMI first. Yeah, let's take a look here. Oh, you got a crow in the background again. Oh no, it's gonna attack.
It's XRP USD just crossed $2.22 and
Yeah,
0.4.
I saw that. Noise. All right, but first, WGMI. Let's take a look. It's held the 1674 as a support now, so it broke it back out from the V bottom here, and it's back testing that 1674. So that's our support zone right now. But the 100-week moving average is still resistance, and that's 1732. And my orange GAN level right here, which is right around 1818, is going to be the next resistance zone. So not really sure if it's ready to break out just yet, but it's doing the steps in the right direction. And so are all the miners too. They're doing the steps in the right direction. So they got like quick V recovery. Now they're consolidating at a higher level before they can break out higher. So I think this is perfectly healthy and normal for breaking out, getting rejected, back testing some kind of a higher time frame support. And now we're seeing consolidation before the next leg higher. So 1818 is really the level to watch. But in the meantime, it can't get more bullish until it breaks that 100-week moving average at 1732. So good developments in the right direction, but a little bit more to go to get more bullish.
All right, and I do have my EOS chart, EOSE. And basically, I was looking for it to go to the 764. It got sold off just short of it, and then they fired the CFO and the stock went down. And it started to recover, and then they decided they went out selling more shares, diluting the stock went down more. And so I was expecting maybe the 382 or the 236 to hold up, and in fact, it dipped a little bit below the 23, and it's starting to come back up again now. So maybe it's going to fight with 449 for a little bit. Maybe this wave 2 will be a little bit longer. The 236, I'm pretty sure it's going to be heading for 1052 next. The 123.6 fib. 382, but let's just see what happens next year. Recover from like some, giving investors bad news. But I think it's going to be fine. There you go. I got my positions up here at $4.80. I kind of bought ahead of the 236 and not realize that. Here's something else that's kind of fun. NVTS was sort of it's Navitas. I had set an alert to watch it dip down, and it never hit my alert because I had accidentally made the chart like on a daily or a weekly. It was missing the after hour action, After hours action was a little higher than I had it, so it would have put my, I should have put my alert a little higher as well. So I missed the turn on this, but so I didn't get the exact 471 bottom, but now that it is in, I think it's going to 764. It dropped below. Now it's recovering. Yeah, I think it's going to the 1382 next, 1101, or I bought it there this morning. Now at from 582, about 89% higher to get to 1101 for NVTS. So the tip from me to you, MCDX Plus loves it on the 4-hour chart, on the weekly chart, 61%, still quite all right. And then let's take a request here. Yeah, the JOLTS report is at 10 a.m. Thank you, Rumble Belly. Oh, let's see. PYPL. I haven't looked at PayPal in a little bit. What's it doing?
It looks
Oh,
range bound to me.
it's still, yeah, it's still stuck into the 382. But let's see. Based on the, I guess I was hoping for the 618, but maybe it does 382, 236. So I don't know, just careful here. I guess I would buy it if it went significantly high of 7409. But otherwise, look and see if it doesn't check back down to 6609 again. I'm gonna set an alert just ahead of 6609, maybe just a little bit under it, and right at the. So if it crosses 382 again, I'll know. So yeah, it's nothing to be too excited about. Overall, it should do well. I'm projecting either the or the 103.2 former prices right now, with no pullbacks. It would be 54% higher to the 123.6. No, 54, 55% higher. And then, oh wait, did we do pay on this show? Or did I do it for one of my subscribers? I think.
We might have done it once before.
Oh, okay. So this is still from there. Yeah, I mean, good. Here's what I'm looking for from the all-time low to the this high, and then the April 7th low. And it's already made a higher high. So it's either going to 618 back to the 236, but let's see if it doesn't. It looks so bullish. Let's look for 764, 382, $2.19 is resistance, but maybe I think I'll go to 4683. From where it is right now, that is just. Oh, we're gonna find out like today or tomorrow if it's the 618 or 4.5%, or 16% higher to get to the 764. Resistance, then it's back to the to 3468, where you can see there's a buy order sitting right there. Anyway, there you go. Overall, let's see, the heart of the wave 3 would take there from where it is right now. Or if you're able to get it at the 382, that move is 90%. All right, Matt. How about you want to show one?
Yeah, I got
I
a
can keep going.
couple
I can
requests. I got a
read
couple.
ahead.
I see. Why does Matt never comment about Joby? Well, because Tracker never allows me to. No, just joking. No, I
I'm
haven't
so
really.
sorry. I am. I just think loud now.
No, because I haven't really
I make the distracting plane sounds.
I haven't been really paying attention to it until like Tracker really was started talking to it. So I'll take a look at it more, and then the next time it comes up, I'll take a look. But right now, let's take a look at Hood about maybe retracing. And what I'm paying attention to right now is linear scale on Robinhood. So it is the big old 786 on linear scale, 78.27. And it's gapping up above that right now. So can it close the week above it? That is the major question. And it does look pretty good. So if this actually can flip to a support for the first time, basically ever, right? It's never been, it's never been that high for a weekly candle close. So, well, when was the last time? I don't even know. Yeah, actually never, right? The last time the weekly candle closes when it was like IPOing, it was way down here. They wicked up there, but it never even closed bodies of the candle. So that would be the first time ever for Robinhood. So I'll be watching that completely. And if that does flip to a support, then perhaps it does not need to go back and retrace levels, and it could carry on to the 886 at 76 and then go towards all-time highs. So Robinhood does look very, very nice for the potential to go much, much higher. And just watch that for the weekly candle close, guys. The 68.27 level. And I did want to take a look at the AU, right? AU Anglo Gold. And it did break above the 786 right here, which is 42.19. And it is a little bit down pre-market. So will it go back down and back test it? That's a possibility. So I think, though, if this continues to hold as support, it'll just carry on towards the 54.50. And it's a very bullish chart, right? It is a little bit extended from everything down here, so it might need to cool off a little bit. And I'm not sure, I'm not convinced yet it wants to go straight to 54. So be prepared for maybe a $42 back test before trying to go higher.
All right, I promised you guys I would show. I'd pull some fibs on the VIX chart, and oh man, I found something really interesting. Thanks, Matt. Let's see. So if you go from the absolute panic of April 7th as the start, here's my 0% fib. And then I looked around and I decided, let's see, I guess I have to do it on an 8-hour chart to show it. Right here, the point right here, 100%, and it kind of goes back almost to 886 and then extends. So that's why I decided to put it right there. And then so with 100% at 27.11, which is just below my fear line. I kind of want to move these fear lines. I kind of want to move the lines around based on these fibs, because then look what happens. Where we dropped below and then had to do a whole big back test here was right around Matt's 127.2% fib. And look where my take profits line is. It's just slightly above the 141.4 extension. That's really cool. I like this a lot. So Matt, if you want to do the same thing, it's from the April 7th high to, oh gosh, what is that? It goes from 60.13 to 27.11 for this fib retracement, and then these lines line up really well with my take profits and all that stuff. So there we are. 127.2, 1830s can be support a little bit. Until it can break below it, and then we just get the final run into the take profits and make extreme greed. Extreme greed hasn't hit that often. You have to go all the way, like that line's back here in July of 2024. Hey, just a year ago. Oh, go figure. Okay, what else? Why do people keep wanting AMD? AMD hasn't done anything. AMD is still in the same place it's been the last 4 times you guys asked for it. It's fine.
Yeah,
People just don't watch the show every day.
Yeah,
142 is still my target. 141. Yeah, still stuck in this range right here. Then maybe test back to 116, and then on up to the 123.6, up at 289.49, or just move to pip, or higher from where price is right now to the top of my wave 3. All right.
I got a Oscar ready to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Oscar. You said there's Oscar news.
Yeah. Well, here we are. Oscar went back down to back test the 100-week moving average 2 weeks in a row, and that was really the opportunity. And in fact, I was doing some buying along with my Telegram group on Patreon Tier 4, and basically that was right in the perfect zone, the 1368 down towards the 1350s, and sure enough, it bounced perfectly, and now it's back up towards the baseline and the conversion line, which is right there around 1478. So that's going to be the level to watch for the weekly candle close, really trying to get back above that conversion and baseline on the weekly chart. So if it does do that, then I think it'll just continue the journey back towards the 1580, the $16 range again. But this is one of those textbook big back tests just to shake out everybody. But that was just going back to the 100-week moving average and stabilized perfectly. So is it ready to break out? Maybe. I don't know. I would be cautious here because of that conversion and baseline. Not sure if it's really ready to go much higher just yet, but there is a potential to break. So I'll be watching that 14. What is that? 1480? Yeah, 1480 zone to break for a weekly candle close.
Cool. And I have to toot my own horn and show my Oscar chart. 'Cause it's so perfect. All right, so down here from this low of $2.05 in 2020, just at the end of 2022, to the wait, is that all-time high? 24? No, that's not all-time high. Back to this high of 23.79 in 2024, the end of 2024. You get these fib setups, and it started to break for the 382, didn't quite make it, dropped through the 236, and I had this little note, 1368, comma, question mark, and that's exactly what it did. It went back and tested back to the 11.4% mini boss, which it kind of it had this bullish engulfing candle. I'm looking for at least a 382 to 19, which is 32% higher than where price is right now. And then back to 1633 to the 123.6 fib place at 3807 or oops, I'm going to copy of you. Hold on the control key and then the shift key. The control key will make a copy of it. Shift key constrains the horizontal movement. 157. So there you go. Oscar Health looking healthy. What else to do? Oh, Ondo and oh wait, Matt. The Koch wants Matt to do Ondo and shit.
Oh yeah, the crypto stuff. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't know if we're gonna
You know
get
what?
to all of them. There's still a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Let me do
Nuggets.
NVIDIA
There's
real quick.
Google. Okay.
So much stuff. NVIDIA is sort of under the 382 here, 82236. But I'm kind of I want it to go to the 618, 174 next. So we'll see. The price to watch now is $140.60. If it can't get over 140.60, it's gonna go back to 120, $119.73. But if we can just get it back above it right now, it went above it, below it. If we can turn it into a support, it's gonna go to at least 174.34 next, which is 25% higher from where price is right now. Otherwise, it goes lower, down about 12.7%. There you go. We just hadn't touched NVIDIA in a while. Anything else?
Yeah, I could do Ondo and SHIB
Oh, you know what?
real quick.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's really no change for Ondo from the last time I talked about it. It just went back down to retest the arc again as support. So this has been the trend, right? Breakout, get rejected by resistance, come back down, retest support. So that is still your support down there, maybe around 77, 78 cents. The conversion line is kind of a resistance now around 90 cents. And then you got the 99-cent 50-week moving average. So it is still range bound. It's not looking like there's any kind of breakout coming soon. But as long as it keeps holding this arc, I think, as support, because it used to be a resistance here, it used to be a resistance over here. So flipping it to support is an important process to become more bullish, but I'm not sure if it's ready to break out just yet. It's stuck. It's really just stuck in a range until it can clearly get back above $1. Then it'll have a chance to go higher. So until then, it's just going to be stuck. And I can take a look here at SHIB. And SHIB is the same kind of situation where it's stuck as well. This is basically in between this 618 fib down here, the 1228, and the conversion line up here, even the angle up here around 1417. So this is the range of it. But it's still a very healthy chart because it's never making lower lows from here. From this wick here, there's no body of this candle that closed below that wick. So never really a change of market character for turning into a bearish scenario. So this is a healthy chart, right? It's just taking a little bit more time to get through all this massive resistance right here. So when that happens, it'll be great, but it might take a while to do that. So in the meantime, just stay above 12.28, and that has the potential to eventually break this massive resistance above.
Massive resistance.
All right, take us out, Tracker.
All right, I've got one more. Let's see. This is an unrequested recommendation. UEC, Uranium Energy Corporation. I noticed this morning among the stocks I track, a bunch of the nuclear ones were pumping in pre-market, and UEC also supplies uranium. Now, the nuclear ones like SMR and NNE, I still expect those ones to come down a little bit more. So that might be a kind of a fake pump. But UEC looks like it's done. Excuse me, with this 382236. I'm just going to move these off a little bit to the side so you can see where the prices hit there. So I think it wants to go to the 123.6 next. 44 is my next target for UEC. From $6.19 where it is right now, that'd be 130% higher. It's not specifically a very fast-moving stock, but this next part where it goes from where it just left to retest the previous high, this part could move really fast. So, maybe you could just ride up to the 618 or the 764, and then I don't know. You can stay in it longer or just get out if you get bored with them. Here, let's see. What was it? There's this tool right here. It's going to do like, and then like get stuck like this, and then this, and then finish it off like that. Probably something like that. Anyway, UEC. I bought some this morning. Bought about $20,000 worth, I think. All right, that's it. It's 9:06. We have to let Matt go, but we will be back tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a very special Triumvirate show, guest starring the Real Blonde Broker.
Yes, we'll see you guys tonight.
All right. Good luck out there every day to everyone. I feel like a bunch of my charts are kind of going into they're entering the heart of the third wave. So we're getting to like the best part of a lot of my charts. All right. See you tonight.
All right. See you tonight. Bye, guys. Take care.